Hi everyone. Today we're showing the 0.7 update. My name is Nikita. I'm junior designer here at BYG, and today with me is Adelaide and Jared.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
So for this update, we have quite a few new features. Quite a few of them as well are customization related. So we've added new beam weapons, which I'll actually show in the inventory. You can see if we can build an entire squad made of beam weapons. Just a couple of examples.
Slightly excessive, but should be fun.
Yep. Then we also added new models for the energy weapons. We added previous updates, so this is an example of one of them. Let me get a better angle. So the thermite railgun got a new weapon model, and the splitter railgun, and a couple of the stagger weapons like the plasma launcher and the plasma repeater. Or the pulse
They all look
version.
so great.
Yeah, like really amazing models. Make them real.
We're going through and adding models for all the ones that don't have much content. We're gonna have a bunch of beam variants coming soon too, so exciting stuff.
For sure. And let me show another thing that we added, which is the new liveries. So I'll need to customize quite a few mechs today, so we'll see me go through a lot of those liveries. One set of liveries that we added is just the rainbow version of every color, and we also added iridescent liveries, and there's a couple of examples in the game already. So plenty of new customization options. And if I remember correctly, last time we decided to run all the way deep into enemy territory to get a convoy, and managed to get quite a lot of really good loot from that, but now we should probably run back and recover.
That's a good idea.
I think I only have 2 pilots, so I'll need to restock on those. Let's see, what's the closest province that we have? Should be this one. Okay. I'll run for a bit, get the pilots, and then we can go into some enemy territories and try to capture some bases or attack some of other defensive positions, or do some events depending on what comes up. Do you have any particular favorite weapon, Adelaide, that's been added this update?
I know, it's like asking me to pick my favorite child. I like them all. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they each have like really interesting features. I like the railguns a lot because I really enjoy shooting through things. So that's always fun.
You like the shotgun railgun, or the one that shoots one railgun projectile?
Yeah, the railgun repeater I think is the one I like.
Yeah, that's the single projectile one.
Nikita, which is your favorite?
Out of the new weapons, I really like the long-range beam weapon, but I think in general I really like sniper rifles.
Yeah, those are fun too. Strong contender there.
So we've got a few questions already, but first I'll read some nice comments. Diamond Magnet CJ says, loving the weapon models, they look fantastic. James Wright a bit earlier said, excellent game you've made, love to see the updates. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And from Josh Chapman in the YouTube chat, says they've been looking forward to this. Can you teach us more tactics? Roll the dice, and can you dual wield swords or dual wield pistols?
You can well, so it depends what you mean by dual wield. You can equip them both, but you can't currently use them at the same time in like a single attack.
And I can sure teach some tactics.
I don't know, I feel like we need a disclaimer for Nikita tactics. Your mileage may vary.
They're specifically targeted on how to win very efficiently.
I see.
With totally no pilot casualties. Okay, so we have quite a few options here. We got a ton of really good loot, like the 25 armors from that convoy, and a couple of shields. So, in comparison to our current level, which is level 12, we can pretty substantially upgrade our entire squad, and then try take on like more challenging provinces, maybe this area here. I think we often go here, so could see if we can find someone here. I think those are 19, 18 level provinces, which should be approximately our level after we upgrade our units. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure. It'll be interesting to see you doing some backcapping in the enemy lines.
Yeah, we stole some loot. Time to put it to use. Let's see, I'll actually upgrade my mechs first to see what kind of level we can reach with the new equipment, and then we can see who can we attack. Okay, I'll try building... Let's try making a full squad of beam weapon mechs. That should be pretty interesting.
So, we got a few more questions about the Steam release. It is when it is... Yeah, it'll be on Steam when it is ready.
Yes. We're working as hard as possible to get that ready.
Joshua Chapman says, Sun Tzu had nothing on Nikita. Praise be his name. Nikita's got fans in the chat.
Yeah, apparently.
Nice.
I don't know how Sun Tzu would feel about this comparison. Alright, let's see. So Girja is asking, will there be exotic leg unit for parts in general? I think not really. We're focusing on the standard humanoid mechs, so we could really go to town on the animation and animation quality. And all the parts will be interchangeable and reusable, so that's what we focused on. If we did, you know, like custom legs and stuff, then we'd have to do bespoke animation, and it would kind of like double and or quadruple the amount of work that we need to do on the animation trees. I think Pete would pull his hair out if we made him do that.
Probably.
Hasn't already.
And no, we do not delay the Steam release each time it gets asked. Sorry.
Oh, system chuck.
No, it's just a matter of getting it to the place where we're happy with it. There's still plenty of things to fix and improve in the core gameplay right now. We've got like combat in a pretty strong place, so we're moving on to doing overworld fixes. So the next update is going to be all about improving the overworld experience, and this update we did a lot of background work to try to lay the foundation for future updates. So not all of the features are going to be super apparent that you can see, but the changes are going to start coming in the next few updates. Very excited about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, poor Maddie gets an additional gray hair every time someone asks.
Okay.
This is why hair dye exists.
Okay, I made one of my mechs like a long-range DPS focused mech, I think. Let's see. So one of the beam weapons that we've added is a very long range, long duration. weapon, so it's sort of similar to sniper rifles in its application. Choose, let's see. Let's go with this nice green iridescent livery. Very fancy. So fancy, the enemy pilots might not even want to shoot us, just not to scratch the paint.
Yep. They're gonna try to shoot you, and the sun is gonna glint in their eye, and they're gonna miss the shot.
Yep,
It's tactical camouflage, that's what it is.
Definitely.
Apparently there is a request to make it pink. Gotta make one of your mechs pink, Nikita.
Will do.
Oh, we got more pink requests.
Yeah, see, there you go. The people have spoken, Nikita.
The people have spoken.
Mm-hmm. Even Maddie's getting in on it, so you know.
I must oblige. We might be slightly overpowered. Or underpowered. I don't know. The beam weapons are all level 12. So we'll see how much damage they do against level 18, 19 enemies, but the armor is... we're up to level 25, so that hopefully will carry us a bit.
So Gear Joe asked here, is there a transmog mechanic? So what do you mean by a transmog mechanic? Because there's a lot of different types of transmog mechanics in games, so I'm curious what you're looking for specifically. If you can be a bit more specific, I'll answer your question. Because we are planning on doing a whole update focused on changing the mechanics of the workshop and improving that stuff. Oh, I see. So like a visual transmogrification. So basically taking the stats of one thing and then applying it to a different look. Is that basically it? I'll have to give that one some thought.
Neon blue.
There you go.
So this is another beam weapon that we've added as well, which is the heat damage focused weapon. So it almost works like a thermal lance. It's very close range. Has quite short duration as well.
Kind of like the really fancy flamethrower.
Yep, pretty much. I'll also bring a melee mech with me.
Oh, the screen's moving around.
Oh?
Go home, screen, you're drunk.
Uh-oh. From YouTube chat, we got a few questions. Germain de la Roche says, game looks amazing, congratulations. How dynamic is the campaign play? The strategy layer, ...
Right, so... how to phrase this? It is a dynamic open world campaign, so you can drive around and explore and go where you want and choose where you fight to try to liberate the provinces. We're hoping to make it a lot more dynamic in the future. Right now, it's not super dynamic. But it's going in that direction very soon.
Lots of plans to make the overworld and the general campaign and what you can build with that more exciting and eventful.
Yeah, right now there's convoys and patrols and stuff that move around, but we want it to be a lot more dynamic and the enemy to actually respond to your presence in the province and send squads after you. And we're adding a lot more narrative events and things that can happen to make like each time that you go through a province more interesting and unique. So yeah. part of that
Yeah.
is just going to be fleshing things out and adding content.
And trashes my soul. Hello. When may we get an OST release? Also, hey, first stream I caught with y'all.
Hey, nice. An OST. We actually have some of the soundtrack already released. Let me see if I can find it. So the composer is Riley Koenig. And he's got a band camp where he is releasing. Yeah, there we go. So there is an EP he released from PAX, and I'll send this to Jared. He can post that to folks. Where is Jared?
I'm in my room at my desk.
No, I mean like in Slack so I can actually message you. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can check out our PAX East EP, and that's got some music on it, but as for an actual soundtrack, that's a good question. I think that's up to him. Yeah, but he's a really awesome composer, so I would definitely recommend checking out the rest of his work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I customized the mix enough.
Is it ever enough? You just have to stop at some point.
You're not wrong.
Continual process of perfection.
And we have the level 17 long range mech, I think. Then a level 23 attack focused mech, kind of medium range DPS. I'll actually remove the shield for them. I need them to be a bit faster. Yeah, this is the medium range.
Oh,
high
I
duration.
really like how this one looks. The iridescent pink. Cool.
Very premium.
Only the finest.
Only the finest.
Getting some good puns in chat. Nice one, Diamond Magnet CJ. Good job.
Positively beaming.
I'm beaming about these puns.
Okay, so we need to make a choice of how far are we willing to push this.
And when have you ever been guilty of overreach, Nikita? Never.
So 17, 22, 19, and 14. So level 19 should be fine.
Alright, let's see.
Let's try that. 2019.
Yeah, go into Robin. Yeah, I think in the future you're not going to be able to casually drive around any territory like this.
It used to be our territory.
I see.
Mel says, he said it. Nikita's catchphrase.
Which one?
It's fine.
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Oh, will be plenty of that.
We got a Nikita fan cam right here.
Okay, level 20 outpost, factory base. Let's go... I don't think we've done a city in a while. Or actually, let's go for the factory, just to test the loadout.
Somebody on YouTube asked, is Whiskey still alive? Cannot remember. I think Whiskey's still alive. They made it out.
Still there.
Yeah. Yep.
And 2 kilos.
Don't worry about that.
Kilo 1 and Kilo 2.
Kilo was so good, we had to get a spare.
Okay.
You've got quite the reputation in chat already, Nikita.
Is that a good reputation or a bad reputation?
A comical one, perhaps?
That's acceptable.
Chat is plus 1 if you are a Nikita stan and -1 if you don't like Nikita.
Ooh, I see. So it's +1 for... Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm a Nikita stan, there you go. Lots of +1s in chat, buddy. I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Very good.
I just needed to make sure.
Oh, this is a good one. 2 kilos. We just went full metric. Nice.
I should have deployed in during the day. Delivers would have looked nicer.
Oh no, I can't see your shiny chrome at night.
Next fight.
Tough
Next
light.
fight. One actually completely forgot. One other thing that we added this update is backgrounds.
Mm.
We finally have backgrounds.
Oh yeah, you did a bunch of work improving this.
I should add the convoy. The convoy map has really cool backgrounds.
Yeah, we actually have the roads connect now. It's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like a road that terminates immediately at the edge of the level.
We have roads.
Not only is Nikita a master tactician, but he is also a landscape
Artist.
artist, yes.
Yes.
He carefully placed all the trees and
Every
other
single
things.
one of them.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
you had a tool for that. To at least help.
The tools do help. We have really good tools for that stuff.
Okay, good. I can't
okay.
imagine you actually manually placing every single shrubbery.
Okay, so this is the medium range beam weapon, then this is the shorter range one. Actually, I need to experiment a bit with this build. I don't think I ever deployed all 3 beam weapons at the same time. Well, we'll find out how difficult it will be.
Yeah, just jump into an extremely hard mission with an untested setup and a new weapon you're not as familiar with. This will be fine. It's perfect.
Say the line, Nikita. Say the line.
It will be fine.
Yay! I'm that meme. The Simpsons meme.
Yeah, rooftop melee does turn things into pinball.
I need to get better thrusters. I just took the default ones that were equipped in the parts, and they weren't very good.
Mm.
Okay. This is like the trial run for the beams. We'll see what each one of them does, and then we'll figure out how to annihilate enemies with them. Short one, and this is the thermal one. I also forgot to equip thrusters on this mech. Which doesn't help at all.
You can't forget the thrusters.
They do make...
missiles.
Whiskey is going to run without thrusters.
Mm.
Okay, let's see how this will go.
Ooh, look at the wow! Look at the lines.
Melted.
That's brutal.
The beam kill box.
Oh, System Chalk. System Chalk thought that we were firing construction beams.
We have railguns for that. They do technically fire projectiles that are about the size of a construction beam.
Yeah, that's kind of what a railgun is. It's kind of like a rebar launcher. It's fairly accurate.
I mean, considering the missiles are have about the same diameter as a 17-inch monitor, I wouldn't be surprised if railguns actually shoot something about the same width as a construction bar. Okay. So the thermal weapon will try to keep the enemies in line, so the beam weapons keep damaging them. One of the features of the beam weapons is that it takes your mechs a little bit of time to rotate, so they don't perfectly track the enemy that they're targeting. And then as the beam weapon is targeting a unit, it builds up like damage to it, so the damage is increased the longer you focus the same unit with the beam weapon, and some beam weapons are better and worse at doing that. So with the heat weapon, it's usually the heat beam weapon, it's usually pretty decent at that, but other beam weapons like this long one or long duration one, it's pretty bad. So it needs help from other beam weapons to build that damage before it can deal its massive amounts of damage, or it needs to really focus on one specific target.
The Nikita's coming down with those strategies now.
Okay. So you can see, for example, how here, because we started moving to the side, the beam is now missing.
Right in the back.
Oh,
and crashed into them. This is some quality commandering we're seeing here.
We're figuring out beams. It's fine.
Yay! We can have a counter every time Nikita says it's fine.
Definitely not fine for that tank. Oh, you're hitting both of them. Nice.
Yeah, so that's another feature of beam weapons, where they actually penetrate through the enemy, similar to railguns.
Just a little bit overheating there. You think that'll be okay?
I'll think about it whilst I place other actions.
I see.
Maybe I'll come around. I also didn't bring any shields.
Ah, now you can't show the beam reflection mechanics either.
We'll need to wait. Oh, look at this perfect opportunity. Maybe this... yeah, let's not... Eh. Do we want to put...
I can see this going poorly.
Let's use some other mech to showcase the mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not willing to risk whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey's got too much history.
Let's see if this will work.
Josh also asks, in the future, will we have the option, oh sorry, will we have the choice of where we can deploy on the map?
Maybe through narrative events, so you can kind of choose how to approach a scenario. Let's see.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
And will there be backpack thrusters for short or long jumps, like in Gundam?
You have backpack thrusters. One of the mechs in the back's using it right now.
I love watching Nikita's mechs fly to the top of a little building.
Ooh, this is gonna be a nice downstrike.
Ooh. Oof. Nice.
Jumping off cliffs.
And someone asked about the game footage maybe being a bit blurry. We are looking into that on the background.
Looking pretty good here on Twitch. Is that on YouTube?
Yeah, that's from the YouTube comments. Not sure if it's on your side or here.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure. What's the design idea behind radar detection range?
Oh, on the overworld? That's pretty much the only place we have like radar detection range. So you're actually supposed to be sneaking around and kind of cat and mousing with the enemy forces. None of those mechanics are really in, so the overworld's just kind of basic right now, but we're going to be moving into more of the stealth mechanics for the overworld in the coming updates. So that way you can basically move slower and kind of dim your sensor profile to kind of sneak around things. Instead of being able to just kind of drive around at full speed like you do right now.
With no opposition from the enemy forces.
Yeah. It's almost going to be kind of like a sub-game where you're sneaking around the enemy, ambushing their convoys and stuff, and hitting them where they're weak. And then sneaking away.
That sounds really cool. Can be like ninjas.
Oh, ha! Missed. Jumping.
Ooh, that's a nice dodge.
Jumping over missiles.
Yeah, that was a nice strike. Did you like crash into him?
Maybe? No, it was just a light weapon, so we don't.
Didn't knock him down.
That unit though, they're down.
Our producer says that there may be a difference in quality between Twitch and YouTube, so yes, we're looking into it for the YouTube folks.
Yeah, finally managed to get a very good angle on this unit here. Actually, we don't need to dash. The beam should be long enough. So pretty much, because the beam weapons do more damage the longer you focus on one unit, we pretty much, over the last turn, we maxed out their like beam damage resistance. So as a result, it's much more beneficial to keep focusing on the same unit, especially with this beam weapon, which takes almost an entire turn to build up that capacity. So you can do quite a lot of damage that way.
Alright, so let's see. Someone here is asking about the possibility of utility slot for something like flare, chafe, and decoy missiles. Yep, that design is still on the table. We stopped working on combat for the time being, so we can focus on the overworld, because we feel that the overworld gameplay needs to be fixed before we can do a Steam release. So we're focusing on those like really important things right now, because combat's, well, not perfect. We can still add more. It's in a pretty good place at the moment. So I hope we'll get back to that soon.
Oh, that missile launched.
Wow, that was close. Standing on a really intact building there. What could possibly go wrong?
Really good architects.
Considering how big the mechs are, they really are outstanding architects.
They are from 50 to 100 ton mechs, so...
That quality homeland construction. You don't get your mech insurance unless you build the code. Oh yeah, we can definitely do more polish on the UI, right? That's something I think we're going to be constantly working on. So when I say that we're not going to be working on the combat, what I mean is we're not going to be specifically adding new features. We're going to be trying to polish it up and make it better. in the meantime.
This missile is really persistent.
Really wants you.
Well,
That's a big missile too.
yep. I want to see if I can showcase the damage stuff more clearly as it builds up, though I doubt this mech will survive. So maybe next fight.
Okay, I got another question. Is the action on the game happening on our Earth, or is it a fictional world? It is a alternate history version of Earth. So similar to our world in a lot of ways, but not quite the same.
I bet Nikita would fit right in. Wow. Wow. Man, it looks so cool. And just imagining the like the laser heat hurting the other mech, the other pilot inside their mech as like the mech starts to burn up and disintegrate.
Yes, yes. Okay, this was relatively easy fight. I'll see if I can go for a more difficult side.
Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, so in this world they don't have the same countries as us, but it is taking place roughly in the Scandinavian section of the world in terms of climate and geography. Yeah.
Will we be able to lay mines or throw grenades?
Maybe. That one's going to be a definite maybe.
Let's upgrade the difficulty by 1 point. And how that will go.
My favorite thing about beams is doing geometry.
Yeah. Just wait till you get like the reflections going with the shields, because then you're trying to like angle them around corners and stuff. We've seen some pretty impressive beam tactics with our experimental testers.
Yeah, let me see if I can... So, what would be a good build? Huh. It would really be nice to have stronger beam weapons. So right now they're level 12 and we're fighting level 21 enemies. So they won't deal as much damage as they potentially can. But see if we can... Let's try making like a super optimized build. So we won't... So I'll take this beam weapon, which is the one that focuses on dealing a lot of damage after the beam weapon damage capacity is built up. So I'll take this one, and we'll take another beam weapon, which is the long range one, which we'll use to help that other beam weapon to build up that capacity. So we'll go with that build, and then we'll take some backup units with shields, so in case the enemies drop in with beams, we can reflect them.
Yeah, it is Tactical Tuesday tomorrow, Mecha Monday today. And we have another question here. Will pilots get XP per mech in their own XP, or just their own XP? It's going to be a little bit of time before we work on pilots, but we have a whole bunch of stuff planned for them. And the current idea is that they are going to be gaining their own XP, and the mechs are basically just armor. They don't really level up, you know, you just swap them out for better parts, that sort of thing. But the pilots would be getting progression over time. Hey, hello, good to see you.
Yoo-hoo!
Pachyderms are perfect, indeed. And pachyosaurs.
Yeah, and this is as always, it's an invitation to join us on our Discord if you aren't already there, or and you can also join the subreddit r/Phantom Brigade and join the discussion there.
Ooh, Pachycephalosaurus. Nice. You gotta get very specific with which Pachyosaur you like.
I'm trying to make some of those mechs lighter as well, so I can be a bit more mobile and actually give them thrusters.
Oh, the numbers on the end of the parts are just kind of like a part ID. Yeah. Mostly for debugging, and they're not really... We should probably hide that at some point.
I think it's kind of neat. It's like the barcode that if you were to go to the local IKEA and purchase your mech parts.
Oh yeah, we should have like IKEA names for all the mech parts. Yeah, they're just an ID, that's all they are. And it's kind of useful for debugging, but you know, probably not too useful to you as a player.
Yeah, it looks Joshua Chapman is a big Nikita fan. He says, has Nikita ever watched Gundam? If so, what is his favorite mobile suit or pilot?
I watched Gundam a long time ago. I watched it as...
like... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I watched it as a kid a very, very long time ago. I need to rewatch it.
You know, didn't we give you a list of like required Gundam watching when you joined the team? Nikita is slacking in your duty. You gotta watch 8th MS Team. That's like required reading.
I did watch 8th MS Team when I joined the team. It's really good. I really like that one.
I'll have to let that one slide then. War in the Pocket's really good too. I like that one. It's a nice, like, little short and sweet Gundam story. And also a reason why you should never have a Gundam on an orbital colony. It's like catastrophic.
Okay, I'm spending way too much time figuring out a good loadout here. So we have a beam, a light long-range beam weapon with a cutter, which is a light melee weapon. That should be fine, though a little bit low on the level side, so we'll need to be quite careful. Then we have our main damage dealer, which is quite slow, but they have enough armor to get them through battle, and we really don't have any other armor to substitute for, but I gave them good thrusters, so they should be able to dash around, and we'll try to keep everyone together so they don't split up too much and can collaborate a bit more. So that will be the main team, and then I need to give like a support unit, and I'm thinking this I really like a Legionnaire B, but they're way too heavy, so they often sort of just work defense duty and nothing else really. So I need something that can be quite long range and eliminating any like sniper mechs or anything like that. I think we'll go with the railgun splitter. And I'll give all of my mechs quite a few shields just in case we need to tank all of that damage that will be coming our way. Okay, so
I see YouTube chat has excellent taste in mecha anime. Good job. 083 is another really good Gundam series.
okay, let's try this. Railgun. Yeah, and maybe next time we'll try switching some of our mechs to the cannon units so we can showcase other models. Okay, let's see how this goes. Again, backgrounds.
Hand placed every detail, every leaf
Yep.
by hand.
Every hill is placed by hand. Every pebble. Okay, what do we have here? Shotgun, shotgun. This will be a problem. So we want to start moving our heavy unit to intercept. We want our beam sniper higher up so it can help our main damage dealer beam weapon.
So let's see, someone's asking, any one of you is responsible for the aesthetics of the game, the map, the mechs, etc. So Artyom Zuev is our art director on the project, so he's responsible for setting sort of the overall theme and design of things and keeping everything cohesive. He did the 3D models for most of the background, some of the original mechs. And then we've also got Pavel, who is our main modeler, who's done most of the props, the mechs, the weapons, stuff like that. And Aaron is our VFX artist, and Pete's our animator. So yeah, definitely a team effort, and I am the creative director slash team lead and other things in the project. So yeah, team effort, I'd say.
Did you know that each leaves were placed in perfect spiral patterns based on the golden ratio? Nikita knows because he placed each one and measured by putting a ruler up against the monitor.
Yes, yes.
I can tell System Chalk is a connoisseur to be able to notice such fine details.
If anyone was going to notice, apart from Nikita, it was definitely System Chalk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how game dev works.
Clearly.
Yeah, you should see how many rulers we have at the office.
It's not even that. I grew every tree from a sapling.
Yeah, we procedurally simulated it, its entire life cycle, distilled it into one perfect botanical moment for you.
Yep. For your enjoyment. Let's see.
Yeah, that's all for the sequel, the farming simulator, Brigade.
Nice. Call it Mech-Dew Valley. It'll be perfect. Stardew Brigade. Yeah, nice. No, I like how our minds went to the same place.
Stardew Brigade.
Yeah, you should show some of the mechs up close, because we always see things from a far out perspective. But you can actually get in. There's a ton of detail on all the objects. And you can even turn off the UI and get to see beautiful screenshots. It's a very screenshotable game.
Yeah.
There you go. That.
Let's check out the iridescent on the one over there, because it's bright now. Oh.
Get that
Shiny.
time of day going. Ooh, look at that.
It's different colors from different directions.
You actually see the ring right now? I wonder. Is the sky clear enough?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
What is that ring?
It's remnants from old collision that happened a long time ago. Fairly short-lived in geological time. Earth wouldn't have a ring that would be very stable for very long.
Hmm.
Okay. This is kind of the initial setup of all of my troops. We'll run for a bit here and then melee this mech.
Oh yeah, you know, just a small collision, altered history, changed the world. You know, no big deal. It's fine.
Details.
Yeah, details.
So you'll be able to see how the damage starts building up. So it's like at first we were just doing like 3 points of damage, but then closer to the end we were starting to deal something like 22 per hit.
Lions.
Oh, did you just body check that fool through a building?
Melee weapon.
Nice.
So we'll keep...
you have the big bopping axe? Excellent.
Yep, and we also knocked out the foundation underneath the turret with that mech, so it insta-killed it.
Whoa.
Pro strats.
That is why Nikita's driving.
I see.
All the exploits.
Oh, nice. I'm glad you enjoy all the small details on the mounts.
I did not know you could do that, though. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing, you know, like dropping a building on your enemies. So let them know that you really care.
Beam weapons are actually incredibly good against turrets. Because they're stationary, so... Yes. So you can do quite a lot of damage, though they're level 21 turrets against level 12 beam weapons. See if I can combine... Is anyone targeting this mech? This annoying juggernaut unit keeps focusing my sniper mech, so I cannot get them higher up.
Joshua Chapman asks, is there a mech design in the game for an artillery or fire support that would shoot different ammo, or is the game too fast-paced for that? Well, we have a good answer.
Yeah, it's too fast-paced for that, really. Like, we kind of focus on the broad strokes of combat instead of the little micro details, because, you know, things like an internal ammo explosion or armor penetration and stuff like that, we can't really model it, because it would be kind of indistinguishable with how many bullets are flying simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, the old prototype versions of Brigade did have internal damage modeling and all kinds of crazy stuff. Because it was old school turn-based, and then you could actually see all that stuff happening.
I think, like, with how you can build your different mechs, you can obviously build one like super tanky, and then with missiles, and then it almost acts like that kind of role.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much customization that allows you to do different things, even if there isn't specifically that. But you can do something that fits that role or idea.
Yeah, we don't have like rigid classes or anything, so it's very much you kind of define the roles yourselves by how you customize the mechs.
Yeah, let's see how this play out. So I queued one of my melee mechs to check another enemy mech, and then the two beam weapon units will try to focus this turret. Oops.
Gotta watch those firing lines, bud.
Oh, this will not be good.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Okay, it's back online.
Oh no.
Oh no, the enemy turret also triggered the oh no. This will be
Not the
bad.
legs. Not the legs.
Not the legs.
Look at that cool axe.
I'm punishing them that
Oh, this unit is not doing well.
you sure you didn't bite off a little bit more than you can chew here, bud?
I shouldn't have targeted it with the beam weapon and then the turret.
Oh man.
The turret reacted, so it completely destroyed its weapon. But they do have a shield. So that's what they are now.
Oh, reflection time. Or
Yeah.
bopping people. One or the other.
We can try to do some fun reflection stuff. Let's see. It would be a good way to show it. Oh, and more enemies are deployed. The issue with the reflections, we cannot target our mechs. So it needs to be... can be a bit tricky to set up. So what we can do is... let's see. We'll probably end up retreating.
Okay. We're just here to show the beams.
Yeah, we're just showing the beams at this point. For cool stuff.
I see.
So, if I target this unit... oh, the turrets are being a pain.
Yeah, I've got another question. Will pilots have classes specializations, or will it be the free-form pilot skill tree for us to mix and match with? I would say it's a little early to start commenting on pilots. I don't want to say too much on them, because how our design process works is that we will test things out, see what we like, and iterate on it, and then things change quite a bit. So,
I think your audio is getting a bit messed up towards the end of that. So could you say that again, Adelaide?
yeah, I was saying our design process is that we iterate a whole lot. So a lot of our plans, once we try them out in gameplay, they may or may not work as we thought they did, and then we change them. So I don't want to give too many specifics until we actually start working on it and start seeing how it feels. But the intention is that it would be free form. At least that's the direction that we're going to start with and see how that goes. Yeah, so I'm going to be kind of vague with stuff until it's like on the actual development timeline. I'm going to be coming in the next update, then we can be a lot more specific because we have a good idea of where things are going to be.
Will there be boss battles against unique generals or captains?
Well, somebody's working on a sneaky secret assassination mission that's super cool, where you take out an enemy commander.
Yep. Soon,
Coming
TM.
soon. TM, yeah. I'm not sure if it'll be this update or the next update, because we're working on back-end systems to improve the narrative events and scenarios. So the current cap on mechs is 4 mechs on your side. That's as many as you can have prepared and active in the little base. And some missions require you to take only 2 or a lower number of mechs, like scouting or sneaking missions. Yes, we always have plans for more robots. We're going to be adding more armor models and parts.
Okay, I have a feeling that Victor will be dying here. For demonstration purposes.
I think once we get caught up on new weapon art and getting models for all the new stuff that we add, we're going to switch back to doing more content, props, and armors again. Yes, I do know the one Diamond 9 and CJ. To fix that, knocking someone halfway across the map.
But it's so fun.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Cuts holes through buildings.
At least in our case, when we have bugs, they're really entertaining and fun, so it's not bad bugs. Luckily,
Yeah.
you're like, oh no, I accidentally chucked that guy through 3 buildings. Single teardrop.
Okay, this will end very poorly for Victor, and I'm not sure if it will work out in general, but for giggles.
Let's see it very slow motion.
I just hope the legs don't die.
Oh, they only have 7 HP, 1 HP. Oh no.
They will die.
Oh, goodbye.
Yep, the plan didn't work out. Another thing you can do with railguns is punch a hole through a building underneath the turret, and that will insta-kill it as well. Still alive.
Unplugged turret pro strat.
They're now even so light. They lost all of their legs, even lighter than they were when they had them. Perfect. It's all part of the plan.
So Squidlord was commenting on integrating like Inkle's narrative scripting language instead of the JSON-centric flow. This is actually not something that's super noticeable, but we're actually changing the back end for how we handle text to make it easier to do both localization, modding, and to allow our writers to add content to the game a lot easier. So we're actually moving all of our text out of the scattered around files into like text databases that we can actually integrate with something like Google Sheets or another narrative tool. Yeah, you can totally mail it for it. And he was not the victor this time. This again. Had some quality times in chapter.
Okay, this is not going to end well. We need to start retreating.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that modding will become more popular as the game gets more fleshed out and we improve the tools. I actually have quite a few mods that have come out already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here, I'll move my microphone a little bit closer. Is this better? Testing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry, I'm leaning back. I'm getting too cozy. I'm sitting back in a comfy chair, sipping coffee while Nikita does the hard work of tactical engineering.
Retreat! Run away!
This is looking familiar. That's the same retreat zone, isn't it?
Don't worry about that.
You
But
know,
look!
they say time is a circle, Nikita.
There is more than one mech running more than one mech running towards it.
Maybe.
It's missing legs. Perfect.
Panicked retreat with one of the units tumbling into another limping unit. It's fine.
History may not repeat, but sometimes it certainly rhymes.
Bravely advance in the other direction.
Mm-hmm. Brave Sir Robin, who bravely ran away.
Chalk says, see, if it was me, I'd totally be shoving the super wounded mech out of the way, screaming, it's for a good cause. Yeah,
Oh,
it
no.
looks like...
If you had eject instead of retreat.
Oh no!
The best laid plans.
Oh no. Well, that beam weapon's gone now. Belongs to enemies. Oh, not eject. Well, patiently wait for the retreat zone to show up.
Oh, the retreat zone isn't active, is it?
No. Forgot that it's one turn. It's okay, they were panicking too much, so they like slammed the eject button.
How's Whiskey doing? That's what the people care about.
Was the one that checked. It's like, nope,
He's like,
been here
yeah.
before.
I know how this goes. Out. See you guys.
It's a panic trait from previous experience. Wow. Yeah, we're not winning this.
Yay, retreated!
Oh. Where did Whiskey go? Let's go pick him up. Okay, I think I'll need to go to lower level provinces to fight with beam weapons. Level 12 beam weapons just don't cut it. In level 21 province.
You're not gonna pick up his pilot capsule?
Already did,
Ah, gotcha.
I think. Just double check. Yeah, Whiskey's here. Maybe I can find some caches or black markets and see if I can score some beam weapons from there.
It's not that beam weapons don't cut it, it's that beam weapons at level 12.
Don't cut level 20 armor.
Nikita's fighting like way higher levels because he managed, at the end of last stream, he managed to sneak out a bunch of really high level convoys.
Yeah, it's nice. Like, the armor is nice, but if we can't kill units, the armor, even really good armor, will eventually wear off. Let's see, what do we have here? Level 10, 11, 12. Let's go for this one. Let's try attacking a base here. See how that will go. I should still have 2 beam weapons. Railgun repeater, beam weapon, and then we'll equip this unit with the beam weapon, with the other beam weapon. Ooh, so shiny. Okay, this should do. We'll switch to this shield, make it a bit faster. Whiskey back in action.
Yay!
No rest. Only war. The karma from the last smash and grab scenario is coming to hunt me. Okay. Take number 2.
In the grim, dark future of Phantom Brigade, there is only... Oh no.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Quality commentary today. I like Nikita's in his focus zone now. He's like hunched down, staring at the monitor.
Soon the lights in the room will turn off.
Yeah, because he'll be so focused. He's in the zone. It's probably a good time for questions. Does anybody have any questions in chat? Ask him now. I guess you could say he's laser focused.
Adelaide, what is your favorite food?
Oh my goodness. Ooh, that's a hard one.
Unbonk emote, please.
I really like Japanese curry rice with cheese in it.
Mmm.
Oh, that's super good. I don't know, there's so many things. That's the first one that came to mind though.
Nikita plays so fast too.
Mm-hmm.
This is not even the fastest. I don't have my mouse right now.
Yep.
Nikita also.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Nikita also listens to books at 3x speed.
Do you
Yeah.
really? Or are you just pulling my leg? Oh my god, you would do that.
Yeah, I'll just like shut down all other sensory, like just still stay motionless and absorb the book in like 6 hours instead of 16.
Boy.
Efficient.
Min-maxing books, that's a very Nikita strategy. You're kind of like trying to min-max life, aren't you?
Gotta be efficient.
I see. I see. You can't stop and smell the roses. You're on a moped going by, sticking your face in the bush, inhaling. Maximum efficiency.
Maximum efficiency. Why smell one rose when you can smell the entire bush?
I see.
Ooh, nice. Looks so cool.
Melt.
Wow, so many lines.
Ooh, you just barely ejected in time.
Almost got melted.
He's playing with the DDR pad right now, clearly.
Yeah. All BYG games have to be playable with the DDR pad.
Oh no.
I should bring my mouse one day for one of those streams.
Yeah, you can bring it next time. You can show everyone your mouse and then you can show us how fast you can play while listening to an audiobook at 3x speed.
No, I can't. 3x speed is too much when I'm doing other stuff. Only 2x.
Okay. 2x speed. That'll be the next stream. We'll test Nikita's listening comprehension at 2x while he also plays Phantom Brigade extremely fast with his mouse.
Max peak efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our new game, Crypt of the Necromancer, is going to be our rhythm strategy game.
So many lines. By the way, the reason they're ejecting is because we just instantly overheating them with the beam weapon. I'm gonna demonstrate actually. So it seems to be pretty easy fight at this point. I'll move the other units away and try to show just one beam weapon.
Awesome books heard quick. ABHQ.
Like reading a book any percent speed run.
Glitchless.
Hey, good to see you, Crazy Hippie. It's been a while. Checking out the Sweet Beam update.
Okay, let's try this. So this is how much it builds up. So it very quickly jumped, and now the enemy is trying to attack, so the heat keeps going up. And then on the next turn, so now all the beam damage capacity should be built up. So any damage we deal from roughly this point onwards should be quite substantial.
Crazy Hippie says, knowing the book so well that you can skip parts and still understand the story, and that they usually lurk during streams, but the book stuff made them laugh.
Well, this is the hero's journey. I know this one. Okay. Get to the good part.
Well, I've heard that I've been told by one of our writers that Nikita, when he listens to books at 3x speed, he does not listen to all the details.
That's
Yeah.
probably accurate.
You get the general sense of what's happening.
You're supposed to like savor a book, let it fill your imagination with the imagery of the
It
writers.
does.
All right, all right.
And Maddie asked a good question. What books are you reading though?
I'll share after this turn. Just want to showcase this.
Ooh, cool. Wow, he's really lasering him. Wow.
Blazering him.
So that's what I wanted to show with like beam weapons on actually like when attacking units of the same level, where as you build up that heat or both heat and beam weapon capacity, you can do quite a lot of damage, but you need to be quite persistent with them. You cannot really switch targets or stop shooting for too long.
I'm clipping that. That was outstanding.
And I can show another example with this unit. My other unit's just cleaning up turrets at this point. This is another example of, for example, this tank, where we start dealing quite low damage, and then it, like, you saw how at the end it pretty much took half of its health in one tick.
Super heavy beams are probably going to come next update. After. Because we needed to finish the 3D models and stuff for them.
Yep. Just started the design for them actually today.
Yeah, you'll finally be able to recreate the trailer scene.
Yep. See how much damage this will do. Mech melt.
Nice. Crazy Hippie says that they want to stream again. Maybe start a new save because they have the same save from launch.
Oh wow, yeah, you probably want to I mean, hopefully the save will work just fine. We're very careful not to break save compatibility, but you're probably going to have like old parts and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we added a ton of new 3D models, so... Melt.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to hear what you think of all the new changes.
Although I will say, whenever I watch streamers, since a lot of times they're within like the first section of the game, yeah, not being able to use a lot of the really cool stuff. It's yeah, it'd be cool if they could use it. If they got a little bit farther. Man, they look so cool. Look how far that goes.
Yeah. Pretty much can shoot. The long beam weapon can shoot across half of the map. Slightly longer, even.
Nice. So maybe you can do another exciting battle.
Yeah, let's see. I want to showcase some other maps as well that we added backgrounds to. Let's do a convoy battle again. Try to go 12, 10, 19, 21, 14. Let's go for the 14.
Yeah, thanks for running the new, trying to show the new stuff in the old saves.
Pretty much all the new stuff that we add, it should just start spawning naturally in the world. So all the old saves should work. It's just the equipment that you got before the updates, they will most likely not have the 3D models, because the weapons were generated when those 3D models were not added to the game yet. I want to try to find a convoy.
Yeah, let's see more of Nikita's landscaping work. You need someone to design your terrain around your town.
Know who to call. Oh no, all the convoys are afraid after last time. Should we try and sneak into further away province? Actually, we should attack some experimental provinces, because they will spawn beam weapon units, and I should be able to try to do beam reflecting from shields, because that's something that beam weapons can do. You can place a shield and then reflect it into the enemy unit. Oh, here they are. But then you can, for example, put a shield and then reflect it into the enemy unit if they're attacking you. But I can't find any enemy units with beam weapons at the moment. Let's see, this one is forestry, town, mining site, warehouse complex. Don't quite remember which provinces have the experimental units in them. Okay, so this is reserves. Then this one is also reserves.
Like I'm just driving by and ignoring the people.
More reserves. I think all the... Yeah, it looks like all the high level provinces here are... I know those ones are experimental troops, but I definitely won't be able to... maybe a convoy? Though I think all convoys are army units, yeah. Yeah, we can try sneaking some loot from them. Show the map, grab some loot, run away.
Wow, look how far the highway goes now.
Yeah, there's the highway now, more trees, bushes, like actual cliffs and stuff.
Show us a nice cinematic view. Pan over the world that you've landscaped. Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Some.
Now that I think about it, those trees are really tall.
Well, the mech trees in general are very tall.
Yeah. I mean, the mechs are only like 7.5 meters tall, so trees aren't that big.
Why is this high? 7.5. I gotta think about this now.
Okay, maybe this was a slight mistake. I'm not in a good position here to attack. See if I can just show the beam reflections off of my mech. Which one was the long range? Railgun, beam. Okay.
You're gonna have to survive 6 turns to retreat.
Oh. Well, that ain't happening, but I think
You've got this, Nikita.
I'll show beams for giggles.
Okay. So why don't you explain what's going on here?
So I'm using one of my units to move them away at a good angle to my other unit that has a shield, and then I'm using the unit with the beam weapon to shoot through my mech that has a shield and then pointing the shield at the enemy. So in theory, if the angle is correct, the beam should reflect off the shield into the enemy. Shall I take a slightly different angle? Maybe something like this.
Oh, it could hit twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to showcase. Sadly, I couldn't get any enemies to spawn with beams.
Yes, beams reflect off of shields, which is something we've been trying to show, but like Nikita said, haven't been able to find any enemies that have beams to reflect back at them.
You can always spawn some enemies with debug tools.
I feel like you might not need any more enemies right now, at least.
Yeah, not at the moment.
Yeah, but we'll see if we can pull off this cool double play.
Actually, is this the thermal beam? Or no, this is the thermal beam. I think.
Diamond Magnet asks, if you attack a location with control click, can you fire on an ally's shield?
No, control click just targets the ground.
Yeah, well, it doesn't like follow them, to clarify. But yeah, you can use that to kind of shoot at them.
Let's try this.
Will it work?
Oh, wait. Oh, because it's slow rotation. But because we targeted a unit that was further away, beams take a while to rotate. Not as quick. That doesn't look good. Let's try
What's
again.
that blue line on the right side?
That is some sort of visual VFX bug. Thanks for pointing it out.
Yep. Keep the camera like this. Yeah, let's look at the map from this angle.
Ah, yes, my favorite angle.
Yeah, nothing to see over there.
Yeah.
Actually, this mech, so they're actually pointing the shield. Let's see if I can purposefully attack them whilst they're doing that second shot.
Like the mech just standing there with the shield up, just waiting. Like, I'm in position.
I'm ready. Yeah, we might want to add something that would allow us to specifically target the player mechs, because right now doing the shield combo is quite difficult with friendly units. It's mostly used defensively against enemies.
Yeah, you kind of have to stand still for it to really work effectively.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Ooh.
So it worked with this beam for a second where it reflected into the friendly unit, but this one is a bit too short, so it couldn't get enough distance.
Hmm.
So I can... Are there any other mechs that's shielding? This one will at the end of the turn.
Geometry.
Yeah, at this point we're not really playing too efficiently. Also just showcasing beams.
We just want to learn about angles. Oh man, you have to survive 4 turns.
No, it's less. It's not updated live. It's turn 5 at the moment? Or turn 3? Oh no, whiskey! So this,
wow.
so managed to get it to reflect. So this is my beam reflecting off of their shield.
Oh, whiskey's
not doing great. Okay, well, oh no. Well, that might be the end of whiskey.
I don't know. I feel like this one doesn't count because we were just trying to show beam things.
I'll eject all of them. Come on! Okay, whiskey survives. Though we lose all of our mechs.
Uh-oh.
Sad music. Okay, we actually don't have that many units.
Uh-oh. You have a lot of supplies.
Yeah, I have a ton of spare supplies. Do you want to try to maybe raid a unit convoy? So, oh, I need to pick up all the pilots now. We need to figure out what we want to do now. I think there was a defector event maybe somewhere here. Ooh! Back into the province we go. Are there any questions from the chat? Whilst we sort of try to get loot, build a new team.
Welma in YouTube chat says the optimization on this game is crazy.
We haven't even optimized it yet. Just wait.
I'm not sure if they mean the like customization. Maybe.
Yeah, because optimization usually comes later on in the polish phase of development because we've been changing things so much, but I do want the game to run really well for folks, so that is an important priority. But yes, customization is a big deal too, so but whatever meaning, we've got you covered.
Maybe this time. Yep.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say even with disaster, whiskey still is around.
Let's see what people. Ooh, new location.
Garantana does say, when I first saw it, I was not sure if it would run well on my PC, and it goes without a tiny problem. That's good.
Yeah. Let's see, I'll try something that's moderately difficult. I'll try to build like a couple new mechs. What kind of mechs do people want to see me build? For Whiskey and let's say Kilo. I can maybe show some of the ways to optimize. We have a ton of different parts, so I can show different ways of optimizing the mech build.
Big Missile Boy.
Missile Boy, okay. We can do that. And what else? We have 2 mechs.
And we have Crazy Hippie says that asking for a heavy mech, and Diamond Magnet says a big axe boy. So
I think we lost our axe. Or actually no, I think I swapped it out. So we should have the. So let's say. So we have our axe, though it's level 8 axe.
Yeah.
Level 8 is not great. But should be okay. I'll try attacking a lower level province, just have some fun. And then double axe?
Oh, double axe.
There isn't much use for double axe, but we can do it. No, maybe something else. Something a bit more useful than a double axe. Let's do like a super fast axe boy who would just crush stuff through walls for days. We'll go with the previous light build that we had. Okay, and I'll optimize them a bit later for maximum speed, and then we wanted a super fast missile mech, right? Let's see, we have a nice selection of missile, or I suppose 2. We have the Starburst, which is like a swarm launcher, or a slug launcher, which shoots I think 3 or 1 slow-moving missile. Which one do people prefer? Chunky missile or light mini missile? Swarm missile.
One big missile, says Diamond Magnet.
Chunky missile it is then. Let's see, what can we give them as a sidearm? I suppose they will go with the axe as a sidearm. Let's build like a raiding team and think how well they perform. So we'll go in combat with just those 2 mechs and then see how well they do. I'll try raiding some convoy and nuking some mechs along the way.
Level 25, big missile, right?
Yep. Should maybe one shot? We'll see. Okay, we don't need any sensors. Let's give them a Overdrive core. So overdrive core is the one that focuses on speed. So this will allow us to move quite quickly. Then for lower body, let's try maybe a rare medium. That will make us a little bit slower, but we can then put, instead of improved hydraulics, we can put in excellent reactor, and that should, let's see. So let's put excellent hydraulics. Then we don't need anything defensive subsystems, because that will just slow us down. Though we can... I don't think I have any other... It would be nice to reduce our speed even further. So let's see if we can scrap some parts that have some plating, but we need the hollowed plating or empty plating. Basic hollowed plating. That's the one. And then we need a couple more. Let's also grab that excellent gyroscope. Should be quite good. And then we want to detach all the subsystems from those parts and put them on our X-mech. So let's grab this excellent gyro. Thought it might be better, but apparently the excellent hydraulics is better. And then we want hollowed plating and hollowed plating on this one. Did it actually increase our speed or decrease it? Slightly increase. Okay, this should be fine.
Get all this customization. Go into so many details, changing the stats.
I really don't want the side-step thruster, I want the distance thruster. Let's see if there is a mech with the evasion body parts. We want the top body parts specifically. Thruster, standard, evasion. Apparently we don't have any distance thrusters. Let's get the standard one. It should be a bit faster than the one we have at the moment. Sidestep is quite nice for heavy units because they don't have any limit on how far they can or how low they can dash. So sidestep is the shortest range, which you can use to sort of spam it a bit and dash short distances. Then with the missile launcher, actually let's give our X-mech like a sidearm of some kind. Something quite light, but a bit long range. This seems good. Or tactical? No, this one is better. And then for this mech, I think we'll drop this sidearm axe and instead just use them as a long-range artillery unit. And they can spam the missiles and then just run around, cause havoc. Core, and again we want to go with the overdrive core to make them much faster. No point in the sensors, mobility subsystems. Gyro excellent should be good. Defensive subsystems, we want the same thing, which is the hollowed out plating, so we can run faster. Okay, let's see if we can raid some high level convoys just with this.
Diamond Magnet asks whether the thruster type affects melee range.
No, I don't think so. Let's see, there are some convoys up here. Actually, maybe not a convoy, let's try a different map. We already showed some convoys. What level is this? 22, 19. Let's go into 19. See if I can find a cache of some kind. Abandoned army base. Let's go with this. Spec Ops army base. What are your bets? Will we get utterly destroyed? Or come out with a ton of good loot?
I believe in Nikita.
Okay, let's see the stream finale. This is on our map that got an upgrade, so things actually have backgrounds now. Okay. Striker and long range. And then reinforcements and 4 turns.
Kind of far, so we'll see. Ooh, get that quick axe attack. It doesn't matter if they overheat.
I forgot to put thrusters. It's okay. I'll flank. Oh, did I? Oh, I think I equipped a wrong mech.
Oh, that's why. Well,
oh well.
Good luck.
That's fine. They will go and grab the caches whilst the... We'll see if we can park this mech right into the hangar.
That would be fun.
And send that one flying.
Ooh. Ah,
almost.
that way. Oh. Nice. Knock down both of them, though.
Yep. Let's see. Maybe. Cannot get ahead of them. Cover this mech whilst it runs for the caches. Away!
Oh. Level 8 kilo, just trying to sneak by.
Okay. And then do a melee attack here. That will crash them. And they will probably go somewhere here, so we do like a general swipe on this area. Oh, slightly miscalculated it. They're done. There should be reinforcements coming.
Nope, there.
Ooh,
Just two.
Oh no. Oh no! Okay.
Uh-oh,
that was an expensive miss.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
How slow they are? Moderately slow. What did they have? HMG on a railgun. Okay, this might turn sideways very quickly. Let's see, what's their movement like?
Even though your other mech doesn't have legs, it's still capturing the point. I think at this point I would just like run, send my fast mech to the other point to get ready to have them run away.
Yeah, might risk it for the biscuit. Bam. Okay, what kind of launcher? Okay, they have the direct launcher, it's not too bad. Slice here. And then let's see if we can go back just before they're about to attack us.
Dang, Whiskey just like taking on so many guys at once.
Somewhere like here, maybe? Cannot get both of them. It's like one is just hiding on that slope there. Let's try this.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well,
oh no. Actually,
no.
the end of Whiskey.
Oh no, that's how it ends. Okay,
Wow,
this
I never.
is... Oh, sad
I never
music
thought I'd
started.
see the day. Uh-oh.
Sad music is playing.
Well, I just want it on record that I did suggest to go back.
See if Kilo can run away. Drop the loot, just run or limp away.
Oh my.
I think this is
I
the
don't
end.
think they're getting away. You might want to eject, bud.
Ejection it is. Well, the story of Whiskey has ended.
Poor Whiskey.
Pushed too far.
Oh, and there's a satellite shower.
Yep.
Someone else must take up the mantle. Whiskey Jr.
Whiskey Jr.
I think somebody's gonna have to like earn that call sign now.
Even the heavens are crying.
Appropriate event for the occasion.
Like tears in the rain.
Okay, I think we'll wrap up on this.
Yeah, it's a good point to end it here.
Yep.
Man, so sad.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone for watching, as usual. Thank you for joining me, Adelaide, Jared. Enjoyed the update,
Yeah.
everyone.
It was fun.
Yeah, have to pay respects to Whiskey, everyone.